Welcome to DEMOCREPUBLIX, where we cover the real news that matter to we the people. Reps Jordan and Meadows. McCabe lied 4 times, according to Fox News. Rep Jim Jordan and Rep Mark Meadows joined Lauren Ingraham on the Ingraham Angle Thursday night to reveal new information about the firing of former FBI Director Andrew McCabe. To explain why it's more evidence the need for a second special counsel. McCabe was fired by Attorney General Jeff Sessions earlier this month, just hours before his planned retirement, after the Justice Department's Inspector General determined McCabe was not truthful during his review of the Clinton email investigation, and the FBI's Office of Professional Responsibility recommended his firing. The Inspector General's report has not been made public, but Jordan and Meadows' offices have a copy of it. Jordan said the report reveals that McCabe lied 4 times about leaking information to the press, once to the Office of Professional Responsibility, once to the former FBI Director James Comey, and twice under oath to the Inspector General. I'm going to stop right here. And he lied twice under oath right there, so to the Inspector General, so I'll expect some charges to be brought up behind that. If not, it just shows how it shows that Sessions is actually part of the swamp. But let's go back to the article. Meadows said this revelation is more evidence that a second special counsel should be appointed to look at the potential bias at the FBI and DOJ and how they handled the Clinton email probe and Russia investigation. And we now know, because we know that yesterday, the Sessions came out and he said that he's not gonna appoint a second special counsel, which is bull crap. But let's take a look at the video from Fox News.
Earlier this month, Jeff Sessions fired Deputy Director Andrew McCabe of the FBI just days before his official retirement, citing an IG report that concluded Mr. McCabe lied under oath and made unauthorized leaks to the press. The public still hasn't seen that report, but joining me now are 2 men whose offices have a copy of the Inspector General's findings. Let's bring in from Columbus, Ohio, Republican Congressman Jim Jordan, and with me here in studio is North Carolina Congressman Mark Meadows, also Republican. So let's start with you, Congressman Jordan. What's the headline that's going to come out of this Inspector General report?
Well, we don't know what will come out of that, but we do know about Andrew McCabe that he didn't lie just once, he lied 4 times. So 4 times he lied to James Comey, he lied to the Office of Professional Responsibility, and he lied twice under oath to the Inspector General. And remember, this is Andrew McCabe, Deputy Director of the FBI. This is Andrew McCabe. The text messages between Peter Strzok and Lisa Page talk about Andy's office, the meeting where they talk about the insurance policy in case Donald Trump is actually president of the United States. So that's why this is significant. And again, it wasn't once, it wasn't twice, wasn't even 3 times. 4 times he lied about leaking information to the Wall Street Journal about the FBI.
Congressman Meadows, he was adamant in his op-ed that his career, speaks for itself, that he was authorized to speak as he did to the press, and yet
I'm going to stop right here for a second. We'll get back to the video in a second. But I'd like to point out that now he has a GoFundMe website to help pay for his legal team, which I think he's definitely going to need, especially because, like I said, Congressman Jordan said that he lied to the IG about his dealings with the leaking the information, and he lied to James Comey. And so I expect some charges to be and I don't know how you're going to get out of this. And you remember the op-ed when he was talking all this trash and Trump, saying that all this stuff is political and they're coming after him and all that. No, it's because you lied. This has nothing to do with Trump. This is the OPR that recommended your firing. Yes, Trump tweeted a few times about you needed to be fired and stuff like that. But ultimately, it was up to Sessions, and Sessions fired you on a recommendation from the OPR. But let's go back to this video.
you guys are saying he's lied 4 times.
Well, I think it's not our words. It's actually the independent investigation that was done by his colleagues. And so when you read it, it's not about politics. You broke the news. Actually, you broke the news right here just a little over a week ago now. And what we're finding is everybody's saying, well, this is political in nature. But when you read the report, you see that it's not political because under oath and certainly with the investigation, it was a real problem. But here's why it's critical. Here's why it's critical. The Attorney General Sessions just talked about extraordinary circumstances. Well, how much more extraordinary do you have to be when you fire the central player in the investigation? That's one critical component. And so we need to have this special counsel. I disagree with the Attorney General, and I can tell you tonight, I went through and reviewed some redacted things that were given to our committee. And on 7 pages, there were 12 material facts, not just names, material facts that were omitted by the Department of Justice. It's time that they come clean and give Congress what we need.
12
material facts. What I'm talking about is, the news broke about the meeting that happened with Dennis McDonough in the White House.
The former White House Chief of Staff for Barack Obama.
That was redacted, but it didn't stop there. When we look at the multiple redactions that are taking place, this Department of Justice is not complying with the subpoena and with the oversight responsibility that we have in Congress. And so for the Attorney General to suggest that there's not enough there is just extremely disappointing.
Congressman Jordan, it sounds like your colleague, Congressman Meadows, is saying that, there was a reason to redact certain information, because whether it was a reference to friendship with Judge Contreras, right, or perhaps information related to McDonough.
So they purposely redacted some of that, some of the information that they gave to the FISA court because they didn't want to see the conflict of interest there. That's basically what's going on. But let's go back to this.
It doesn't make them look good, and it's redacted.
They've been trying to hide information from us. We have to go over to the Justice Department, go in the room, and have our staff look at this information, come back out and tell us. It's ridiculous. But Mark is exactly right. When the Attorney General writes Congress and says, only under extraordinary circumstances do we appoint a second special counsel. Well, how about these facts, Laura? James Comey's been fired. Deputy Director Andrew McCabe has been fired. Jim Baker, former chief counsel at the FBI, has been demoted and reassigned. Peter Strzok, former deputy head of counterintelligence, has been demoted and reassigned. And Lisa Page, former FBI counsel, has been demoted and reassigned. If those aren't extraordinary circumstances warranting a second special counsel, I don't know what the heck is. So I don't know why the Attorney General keeps postponing this. Everyone in town knows we need a second special counsel to get to the bottom of this. How can Mr. Huber, and he's probably a great lawyer, I don't know much about Mr. Huber from Utah, but how can he investigate his boss, Rod Rosenstein? That's who he reports to. Mr. Rosenstein is involved in all this FISA abuse that we think took place. So you have to have a second special counsel. I hope Jeff Sessions figures that out and names one very soon.
This is what...
Okay, I'm going to stop right here. But I want you guys to let me know what you think. Do you think that Sessions, they just need to fire Sessions and get rid of Sessions? Or do you think Sessions going to have a change of heart and bring in a second special counsel? Let me know. Leave your comments below. Check out DEMOCREPUBLIX.com for the latest in news. And please click that like button and the thumbs up. And I'll check you guys out next time.
We live in a really nightmare. We live in a really nightmare.